I thought today, it's actually the same day as I just showed you cutting up the lavender mint. I now need to line some moulds because I'm going to do another batch of 104 today. I can't remember what one I'm doing, but I need to get my moulds ready now. So I'm just going to go and grab one. They are maple wood. I've had these made, or I've actually made them myself. My husband and I made them. So basically these moulds, to care for, I have a little paint scraper and I basically just go around and just clean up any odd bits of soap that may have been left over from the last lot, particularly the inside. I don't want any bits of soap residue from the previous batches, because I don't only put one type into each mould. These moulds will have all the different types in their lifetime in them. So it's a good idea to keep them clean. Of course, I know these moulds, or the residue that's in them, is still caustic because I only just took the soap out of them. But I always wear, I wear gloves and a dust coat always when I'm making my soap. The only time I don't have to, but you'll see me wear gloves regardless, is when I'm wrapping my soap, because it's no longer caustic. But the rest of the process all the way through with the soap making, I have to wear protective gear. Of course, if I don't, I will end up with burns. It'll actually burn your skin and burn your eyes. I've actually accidentally sprayed essential oil into my eye too. That wasn't pleasant. So PPE is very important. All right, so I've cleaned the inside of that mould. There's no residues inside. Now, like I was saying, I line it with baking paper. So I'm going to cut some lengths, and I just guess these lengths. I've been doing it long enough now that I know roughly. Sometimes I get it wrong. All right, so basically I'm going to line the ends first, and then I'll line the inside. And this is all by eye again. I know roughly what size my moulds are. I'm wrapping this, I don't know if you can see, but I'm wrapping this into 3 sections. And then I'm going to place this in the edge of the mould, and I'm going to leave a good overlap, and there is a reason for that. So you can see that's tucked right in the corner. I've got a good overlap. I will secure the paper within this mould with big elastic bands. But when you're preparing 8 or more moulds, it can be a little time consuming, particularly when you're cleaning between each one as well. You're not just folding paper and popping it in. So I'm doing the same with the other end. Now I just guess. Sometimes, most of the time I guess right. Sometimes I'm actually really way off, and I have to just pull the paper out and readjust it to make it fit. So that's that. That's the end. Now I need to do this big middle section. I'm just going to put a neater edge on one side. So I've just folded the edge of paper, and I'm just going to measure that on my moulds. All my moulds are actually the same size, so I could probably put a mark on my bench and do it that way. But the mould's sitting right there. I just use that as a guide. Then I'm folding that, creating a very long lip here, obviously, because I've put too much. I then just check it, make sure it's going to fit in the mould, which it looks like it will. And then I'm going to fold this into 3. So it goes down the sides, along the bottom, and back up the sides. And usually you should have a little overlap at the top, just to give you a bit of play. But I only actually crease one side, so I only fold it once. And then I am actually going to pop it into the mould and then make the other crease so it fits exactly. This one might be a bit hard for me to show you. But basically, can you see that that's fitting in nice and tight? And to get this other edge, a nice clean edge, I'm actually going to do it in the mould. It just seems to work better. And I do that by splaying my fingers out from edge to edge. That pulls the paper tight, and then I fold it over and create the edge within the mould. for me, that works for these molds. Now, of course, you don't have to use timber molds. I've made these to the size that I want. You can purchase timber molds at most soap suppliers. You can use a milk carton, you know, the old-fashioned milk cartons, not the plastic ones, although you could use plastic, but you know, the paper cardboard ones. You can use anything as a mold. If you line it, you're prepared to line it, anything can be used as a mold for soap. Alright, so that's, you can see I've got a little bit of overlap on both edges. That's my mold lined and ready for soap. But what I need to do is actually put some rubber bands just to secure it. Once I've got the soap mix in, it is actually all secured because the weight of the mix holds everything in place. But until that's in place, this can move around a lot. So I just, and I'm going to have to pull it off the bench to do it because I don't think you'll see. I'll have my back to you, but I'm just going to secure it like that. Very quick and easy. This can be moved to the side when I'm adding my soap mixture if I need to, if I'm mixing it through within the mold. I'll try and do this one so you can see. I'm working opposite to what I normally would. So basically, I hook that underneath and I bring it up over the top. And then I lock that. That's why I have such a big lip here, because I like to lock the end in underneath the back there with my right hand. All right, so that's lining my molds. I have another 8 to do, so I will leave you to it. I just thought I'd give you a quick sample on how I do that. Very easy step, very quick, and it allows me to then start making soap, which I'll be doing later today.